He grabbed her arm, yanked her to her feet. His grip was bruising, his breath hot against her face. "You think you're better than me, you think your little scholarship makes you special." His voice dropped to a whisper only she could hear. "I will destroy you, I will make you wish you never came to this country. I will." A professor's voice cut through the tension. "Mr. Kang, release her now." Junho's hand loosened, but before he stepped back, he leaned close enough that his lips nearly touched her ear. "This isn't over," he whispered. And she knew he was right. Welcome to K-AFRIQUE TV. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button for more stories. The cafeteria went silent the moment Obioma's tray hit the floor. Stew splattered across white tile. Rice scattered like accusations. And standing above her, phone already out and recording, was Kang Junho, the boy who'd made her first semester in Seoul feel like a special kind of hell. "Clumsy," he said in Korean, loud enough for everyone to hear. His friends laughed on cue, performed monkeys in expensive clothes. Obioma didn't look up. She'd learned that looking up only prolonged it. Instead, she dropped to her knees and started gathering the mess with her bare hands. Hot stew burned her fingers. She didn't flinch. Pain had become familiar. Someone kicked rice toward her face. She heard the click of camera phones. Tomorrow, she'd be trending on the university's social media again. Another humiliation documented for entertainment. Junho's designer sneakers appeared in her line of vision, close, too close. "You know what I don't understand," he said, switching to English now, showing off. "Why you even came here? Nobody wants you, nobody asked for you. You're just taking up space that belongs to actual Koreans." The cafeteria held its breath. Obioma's hands stopped moving. For 3 months she'd endured his cruelty in silence, the shoulder checks in hallways, the racist comments disguised as jokes, the systematic campaign to make her invisible while simultaneously making her the center of mockery. She'd survived because her mother's voice lived in her head. "Obioma, a wise woman knows when to bend and when to break, choose correctly." She'd been bending for 93 days. Today, something inside her snapped. She looked up, met his eyes, and said in perfect Korean, "I'm here because I earned it. Where are you because your father bought it?" The silence changed texture, became dangerous. Junho's face transformed. The performative cruelty dropped away. What replaced it was genuine rage. "What did you just say to me?" "You heard me." He grabbed her arm, yanked her to her feet. His grip was bruising, his breath hot against her face. "You think you're better than me, you think your little scholarship makes you special." His voice dropped to a whisper only she could hear. "I will destroy you, I will make you wish you never came to this country. I will." A professor's voice cut through the tension. "Mr. Kang, release her now." Junho's hand loosened, but before he stepped back, he leaned close enough that his lips nearly touched her ear. "This isn't over," he whispered. And she knew he was right. The pool party invitation appeared in her dorm mailbox 3 days later. Obioma stared at the expensive cardstock, embossed lettering, her name written in careful Korean characters. "Tomorrow night, rooftop pool at Junho's family's Gangnam apartment complex." It was obviously a trap. She threw it in the trash. That night her roommate, Yuna, the only Korean student who'd shown her any kindness, found it and placed it back on Obioma's desk. "You have to go," Yuna said. "Why would I walk into something that's clearly designed to humiliate me?" "Because if you don't, they win, they make you smaller, they take your space." Yuna sat on the edge of Obioma's bed. "I know Junho, I went to high school with him, he's cruel but he's also a coward. He does this to everyone who threatens him." "I don't threaten him." "You exist and you're brilliant, that's threat enough." Yuna squeezed her hand. "Go, show him you're not afraid, I'll be there, you won't be alone." Obioma wanted to refuse, should have refused. But she was so tired of being afraid. "Okay," she heard herself say, "I'll go." The rooftop was exactly what she expected. Wealth on display, beautiful people in expensive swimwear, music pulsing, Seoul's skyline glittering beyond the pool's edge like a promise she'd never be allowed to keep. Junho was in the water performing for his audience. Perfect dives, effortless strokes, girls watching like he was something more than human. Obioma stayed near the exit, counted the minutes until she could leave without looking like she'd fled. 8:47 p.m. Junho pulled himself out of the pool, grabbed a towel. Someone handed him a drink. He was laughing in his element, untouchable. 8:51 p.m. He drained the drink in 3 long swallows, set down the glass, reached for another. His hand missed, closed on air. 8:52 p.m. His other hand flew to his chest, fast, instinctive, terrified. The smile dropped from his face, his knees buckled. 8:52 p.m. and 15 seconds. He stumbled backward, fell into the pool. The splash was wrong, too heavy, no resistance. For one suspended moment nobody moved, the music kept playing, people kept talking, the world continued like nothing had changed. Then someone screamed, "JUNHO!" Obioma turned, saw him floating face down, not moving, not breathing. People rushed to the pool's edge, girls shrieking, boys shouting, everyone frozen in that particular paralysis of wealth, used to having others solve their problems. Someone do something. Call an ambulance. Oh my God, is he dead? Nobody was moving, nobody was helping. Obioma's body moved before her mind caught up. She dropped her bag, kicked off her shoes, ran. The water was cold. Junho was dead weight. She hooked her arm under his chin, lifeguard training from Lagos, from summers teaching kids to swim in Bar Beach, and dragged him toward the shallow end. "Help me get him out." Hands grabbed him, pulled him onto the deck. His lips were blue, his chest wasn't moving. Obioma climbed out, dropped to her knees. Her hands were already moving through the motions. Check airway, tilt head, start compressions. 1, 2, 3, 4. Someone was crying, someone was recording, someone was doing absolutely nothing useful. 15 compressions, 2 breaths. His chest rose, fell. Again 30 compressions, 2 breaths. Her arms burned, her lungs screamed. "Don't die, please don't die." She didn't know why it mattered. This boy had tortured her, made her life miserable, tried to break her spirit. But she couldn't let him die. 30 compressions, 2 breaths. Junho's body convulsed, water spilled from his mouth, his eyes opened, unfocused, terrified, alive. Obioma rolled him onto his side, kept her hand on his shoulder, grounding, real. "You're okay, just breathe." His eyes found hers, recognition flickered, confusion, something else. "You," he whispered. Sirens wailed in the distance, getting closer. A girl, the one who'd been hanging on his arm all night, pushed forward. "Oh my God, Junho, I was so scared." But Junho wasn't looking at her. He was staring at Obioma, this girl he'd tried to destroy, this girl who'd just saved his life. The paramedics arrived. They took over, asked questions she answered while everyone else stood around being useless. As they loaded Junho onto a stretcher, he grabbed her wrist. "Why?" he asked, his voice was wrecked, raw. "Because you needed help," she said simply. They wheeled him away. Obioma stood there, dripping pool water and adrenaline, while Junho's friends stared at her like she'd done something impossible. Maybe she had. He found her 2 days later outside the library. He looked different, smaller. The hospital had stripped away his armor, he wore simple clothes, his hair wasn't styled, his eyes were shadowed with something new, vulnerability maybe, or fear. "I need to talk to you," he said. Students stopped, phones appeared, whispers erupted. Obioma kept walking. "Please." Something in his voice made her stop. She turned. 5 minutes. They found an empty classroom. He closed the door, leaned against it like he needed the support. "Thank you," he said. The words hung in the air, insufficient and strange. "You're welcome." That's it, that's all you're going to say. "What do you want me to say, Junho? That I'm happy I saved you, that we're friends now, that everything you did to me for 3 months is forgiven because you almost died?" "No, he ran his hand through his hair. The gesture was violent, frustrated. "The doctor said I have a condition, Wolff-Parkinson-White syndrome. I've been hiding it for 2 years because admitting weakness isn't something my family does. The drink triggered an episode. My heart stopped. I was dead for almost 2 minutes. I know, I was there. Everyone else just stood there. My friends, the people who claimed to love me, they were useless." His voice cracked. But you, the person I've been, the person I tried to break, you didn't even hesitate. I couldn't let you die. Why not? I would have deserved it. Obioma was quiet for a long moment. My mother told me something once. She said the measure of a person isn't how they're treated, it's how they choose to act when no one would blame them for walking away. I could have walked away. Nobody would have blamed me. But you didn't. No. Junho's eyes were wet. I'm sorry for everything, the cafeteria, the comments, all of it. I was cruel because, he stopped, because you scared me. I scared you. You came here alone, no family, no money, nothing but your intelligence and your determination, and you were succeeding anyway. You didn't need what I have. You didn't need my father's money or connections or name. You were earning everything I've been handed. He wiped his eyes roughly. I hated you for that, for showing me how empty I am. The honesty cut through her anger. I'm not asking for forgiveness, he continued. I don't deserve it. I'm just asking for a chance to prove I can be better, to prove you didn't save someone worthless. Obioma studied him, this boy who'd made her cry in bathroom stalls, who'd made her question why she'd come to Korea, who was looking at her now like she was the only person who could make him whole. One coffee, she said. We'll talk. After that I decide if you get another chance. Hope flickered in his eyes. Okay, yes, when? Tomorrow's 3 p.m, the cafe by the library. I'll be there. She turned to leave. Obioma. She looked back. You saved my life, I won't forget that. Something in his voice made her skin prickle. The words sounded less like gratitude and more like a promise. Or a threat. He was already at the cafe when she arrived, 2 coffee cups on the table. He stood when he saw her, pulled out her chair. The performance of chivalry felt wrong on him, practiced, deliberate. I didn't know what you liked, so I guessed. Americano, I can get you something else. This is fine. They sat, the silence stretched uncomfortably. Tell me about Lagos, he said finally. So she did. About her mother who cleaned houses to pay for her education, about studying by candlelight during power outages, about the language school where she'd learned Korean from a teacher who'd worked in Seoul and came back with stories. He listened, asked questions, seemed genuinely interested. For an hour he was almost human. Then his phone buzzed, he glanced at it, his expression changed. I have to go, family thing, he stood, same time tomorrow. I'll think about it. Please, he squeezed her hand, the touch lingered too long. I meant what I said about being better, about proving myself. After he left, Obioma sat there trying to understand the strange feeling in her stomach. Not attraction, not exactly. Unease. She picked up her coffee cup, found a folded piece of paper underneath. Her hands shook as she opened it. 8 words in Korean, neat handwriting. A life debt must always be repaid. The gift started the next day. Expensive textbooks she'd mentioned needing appeared in her mailbox. A new laptop replaced her struggling one. Designer clothes that fit perfectly appeared in her dorm room. Yuna found her staring at the pile. Did Junho send these? I think so. That's a lot. Too much. Obioma tried to return them. Junho refused to take them back. You saved my life, he said. These are nothing, let me do this. I don't want your money. Then what do you want? The question hung between them, loaded with something she couldn't name. I want you to stop, she said. This is too much, it feels wrong. His smile didn't reach his eyes. I can't stop, don't you understand? I owe you everything, my breath, my heartbeat, my future. All of it belongs to you now. That's not how it works. In my family it is. He stepped closer. A life debt is sacred. You saved me. That means I'm bound to you until the debt is repaid. Then consider it repaid. We're even. No, his voice was soft, dangerous. We're not even close to even. That's when Obioma realized. The gratitude in his eyes wasn't gratitude. It was obsession. He started showing up everywhere. Her classes, the library, the cafeteria where he'd humiliated her, always watching, always there. His friends stopped harassing her, started treating her with careful respect, like she'd become something precious, something protected. Something owned. You're making people uncomfortable, she told him after he'd followed her to 3 different locations in one day. I'm making sure you're safe. I don't need protection. Don't you? He pulled out his phone, showed her a photo, a man she'd never seen before, Korean, middle-aged, standing outside her dorm. This man has been watching you for 2 weeks. I had him investigated. He's a private detective. Her blood ran cold. Why is a detective watching me? I was hoping you could tell me. He leaned closer. What are you hiding, Obioma? Who are you running from? The world tilted. I'm not running from anyone. Everyone's running from something, even you. His smile was sharp. Don't worry, whatever you're hiding, I'll protect you. That's what the debt means. Your secrets are my secrets now. I don't have secrets. Liar, he touched her face. The gesture was gentle, possessive. But that's okay, I like mysteries. And you, Obioma Nwasu, or whatever your real name is, you're the most interesting mystery I've ever encountered. He walked away. Obioma stood there, trembling, as the truth crashed over her. She'd saved his life. And now he was never going to let her go. That night she found an envelope under her door. Inside, photographs, her but younger, different hair, different clothes, different name. In Lagos, outside a hospital, covered in blood. And a note in English. I know what you did, I know who you were, I know why you ran. Your secret is safe with me, but secrets have prices. We'll discuss terms tomorrow. Come alone, rooftop, midnight, don't make me come find you. Ajay. Obioma's hands shook so violently, she dropped the photographs. She'd saved Kang Junho's life. But in doing so, she'd handed him something far more dangerous than gratitude. She'd given him leverage. And now he owned her completely. At midnight, Obioma stood where she'd saved his life 2 weeks ago. The pool was drained now, empty, like a grave waiting to be filled. Junho emerged from the shadows, in his hand a file thick, detailed. Obioma Nwasu doesn't exist before 3 years ago, but Zikora Okonkwo does. He opened the file. Daughter of Dr. Ikena Okonkwo, deceased, brilliant medical student, prime suspect in his murder. He looked up. You killed your own father. It wasn't murder, it was self-defense, that's what you told yourself, he smiled. The police don't think so, neither does Interpol, there's a warrant. International, your face is in databases, you've just been very good at hiding. What do you want? I told you to repay my debt. He stepped closer. You saved my life, so I'm going to save yours. I'll make this all disappear, the warrant, the evidence, the past. My family has connections, money, power. I can erase you and rebuild you as whoever you want to be. Why would you do that? Because you're mine now, don't you understand? His hand cupped her face. The moment you breathed life back into me, you bound us together. I've spent 2 weeks learning everything about you. Your pain, your trauma, your secrets, and I've decided something. What? I'm keeping you. Obioma tried to step back, his grip tightened. I'll destroy the evidence, protect you from extradition, give you everything you need, safety, security, a future. His thumb traced her jaw. All you have to do is stay with me, be mine. Let me repay the debt the only way that matters. You're insane. I'm obsessed, there's a difference. He released her, handed her the file. You have 24 hours to decide. Stay with me willingly, or I hand this to Interpol and watch you get dragged back to Lagos in chains. Your choice. He walked to the edge of the rooftop, looked back. Oh, and Obioma, or should I call you Zikora? Either way, don't try to run, I'll find you. I always find what belongs to me. He disappeared into the stairwell. Obioma stood there, file in hand, as Seoul's lights blurred through her tears. She'd saved his life. And now he was going to destroy hers. Unless she found a way to destroy him first. The file slipped from her hands, papers scattered across the rooftop. And on the bottom page, hidden beneath police reports and evidence logs, she saw something that made her blood freeze. A photograph, her father, alive, standing next to someone she recognized. Kang Junho's father. Both men smiling, partners. And written on the back in her father's handwriting, the harvest begins in Seoul. K will handle distribution, payment on delivery. Obioma's hands shook as she picked up another document. medical records, organ transplants, illegal surgeries. Her father hadn't been working alone. The Kang family had been his partners, which meant Junho knew, had always known. Which meant everything, the bullying, the near drowning, the life debt, the obsession, had been orchestrated from the beginning. She'd walked into a trap 3 months ago and hadn't even known it. Her phone buzzed, unknown number. "You're starting to understand. Good, meet me tomorrow, same place. We have much to discuss about your father's debts, and how you're going to help me collect them. Dr. Kang." Obioma looked up. Across the rooftop in the shadows she saw him. Not Junho. His father. Watching her with the same obsessive intensity she'd seen in his son's eyes. He smiled, raised his phone. The screen showed a video. Her father, alive, in a room she didn't recognize. Speaking in Igbo, "Zikora, if you're seeing this, I'm already dead, and you're in danger. The Kang family, they're not what they seem. Get out, run, don't trust." The video cut to black. Dr. Kang's voice echoed across the rooftop. "Your father owed us a debt he couldn't repay, so now you'll pay it instead. Tomorrow, midnight, don't be late, Zikora, we have such beautiful plans for you." He vanished into the darkness. Obioma stood alone on the rooftop, where she'd saved Junho's life. Where she'd signed her own death warrant without even knowing it. Her phone buzzed again, Junho this time. "I'm sorry, I didn't want it to go this way, but you have to understand, in my family debts are everything. And you, Zikora, you owe us more than you can possibly imagine. See you tomorrow, we'll talk about payment. Your savior, your debtor, your future." The city lights blurred. She'd come to Seoul to escape her past. Instead, she'd walked straight into its arms. And now, the boy whose life she'd saved was going to collect a debt she never knew she owed. Unless she killed him first. Just like she'd killed her father. The question was, could she do it again? And would she survive what came after?